Hey everyone, welcome to GitHub Comprehensive course. This is Pooja. In the last session, we have discussed the GitHub pages and how important it is for you to host your website on it. In this session, we will learn how to upload project on GitHub. Without delay, let's start. Hi everyone. Today in this session, we will study how to upload a Git project on the cloud platform that is GitHub. Okay, let's start. So let's go first. We'll understand the theory, exactly what is a Git. And if you have not seen the second episode of our session, please I recommend you to watch that session, as that where I have given a complete understanding from basic to depth what is Git and what are the commands you will be using in the project. Okay, so in this session I'll be completely concentrate on the how to upload the projects. Okay, so let's start it. Okay, so let's understand first few of the basic concept in Git and GitHub and what are the pre-setup you have to keep it ready, then we'll start it. Okay, so let's jump into the class. Okay, so first of all, how to upload a GitHub project. Okay, so let's start. First, you need to upload any of the project, might be any of the language which you are using, might be Python or any of the language which you want to go with. You can use anything. Let's say there's a developer who is giving you a code, right? You don't need to worry about how to write code and all. That is done by developer side. So if you are a developer, then you have to, like which code you are working into, and then you have to keep the code ready for your projects, right? So in this session, we will concentrate how to upload actually, but not how to write the code. Okay. So let's say a project might be any project you are working into. Okay, you have to take from your local. So here in the session, what we will say is we will take it from local, then we will push to the GitHub. Okay, so which is our remote repo. So let's say there's a project files, okay, and you have to push them to a remote repository. That's what I mean to say, that is GitHub. Okay, this allows you to track up your it will help you to take all the backup of your work. Such that why we want a remote repository. Let's say if you have done any changes, your history should be tracked and many more things. When there is a group of team collaboration will be there, you need to track everybody's history, who is doing what, right? So we cannot keep everything just like that, and there is no tracking, there is no record. If there is a team of 5 to 10 or 50 members, that's fine. But if when there is a large team and each and every day everyone are working on the same project, and who is doing changes on what, everything should be recorded. That's what the GitHub works like. Okay, so where I have even given the depth information in our session 2, so in our module 2, so you can please go and watch that series. Okay, so let's say you want to track the changes over a time. That's what I mean to say. Every changes can be recorded here. Okay, the step 2, what we are going to do is we will create a GitHub repo, new repo we will create. Then we will create, we will give a name to our repo, any name. Let's say if you are working on any of Hotstar project or any of the project might be there. So at that period of time, you will give the project name. Okay, so again, project name is based on the company's requirement, what you give. So here currently, as we are doing a practical, so let's give any of the random names, but again the names is given for you based on your projects, right? So let's say example, my project, if you are giving, okay, we will click a repo. I'll tell you this when we are doing a practical, but here I have given everything step by step where you can go through it. Okay, and this PPT will be shared to you in the description box. Okay, the next step what we are going to do is we have to after clicking the repo, sorry, I think it is repeated. Okay, so the third step, we are going to add the files to the staging area. So you might be confused what is staging area. So here, let's say when we are doing git add, okay, and we are going with the next step, so that is git commit. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so let's say when you commit, okay, any of the status, and I'll show you this when we are doing practical as well. Okay, So when you're doing this, okay, let's say you have added something and you did some changes and you want to save this, okay. So when you do git add here, right, when you do git add, you automatically, what does it do is like there's this area which will come into picture. This is called as stage area. Then it goes to commit, right. So you're in between add and the commit, the stage comes into picture. That is what the git stage means, okay. So this is one of the important interview questions asked. What is git stage? Git stage, we don't perform any actions here, but itself when there is when it is in between these two phases, it is called as git stage, okay. So let's start. So after that, as I said, okay, it goes to git stage, then it goes to git commit, okay. Then we should initialize, so it might command us this git commit space -yum, and then you have to give any of the message here. Might be any messages. Somebody gives somebody follow Jira ticket number, somebody follows like what issue they have solved, any bug they have fixed, or anything they have done, anything might be there. So that you have to write your message here. Then you have to save that, and then it goes to the, and then you have to connect your local repository to your remote repository. Local repository means local which you are working, that is your git bash. From your git bash to the local, you have to shift, and for that command is like git remote add origin, and then you have to give the repo URL, okay. Then this sets the remote repository has a target for your pushes. So here what does it do? It will push, okay. So git push, okay. What do we do is next we will do git push. Git push means you must be very much clear that you are something when you are doing from your local to your repo, that is called as git push, okay. So the command is git push, okay, -u. In the sense -u something like you no need to give again and again. It's like upstream, okay. Next time whenever changes you want to do on the main, you can directly give with git push rather than giving the full name like origin or something like that. You no need to give that, okay. Okay, so let's go with the next one. Your project is now uploaded to GitHub. So this is the simple step which we are going to follow. So far again I have given example as well of other example if you're working on your Python or something like that. So you can go with this, okay. Main.py or anything, like let's say you have a folder called calculator app, and you want if it is a Python file, then there's a requirement of any kind of folder, okay, requirement.txt, and then you create a repo name, okay, and that the repo name will be this example, okay. Again the same command, first we are going to follow git init in that, then we are going to follow git add in that, then we are going to do we have to initialize the git commit, okay. Then remote, then we have to push, okay. These are the steps which we will follow into how to upload the project, okay. But before how to upload the project, you should also know what are the pre-setup you have to do. So if somebody who's watching this video the very first time, so you might be confused what are the pre-setup, right? So I will help you to go through few of the things which is required, and if you want to know more about it, then you can watch my second episode where I have given a complete information about the git and the git basic things to advanced, so you can follow that, okay. First setup, what are the things you have to keep it in your things, right? So I'll help you through the points so you can note it down and you can keep things ready before upload before you start uploading the project, right? So first thing, what you want, you should have git bash in your terminal, okay. In the sense, see if you're in your if in your Windows, might be there on Mac or Linux, anything, it's up to you, okay. Let's say I'll follow on Windows now, okay. Git bash should be there, and I'll show you how to download that. You can download this and keep it ready, okay. Then we will also see how to then we should have Visual Studio Code, that is Visual Studio Code you should have. So I'll write VS Code, okay. And then you should also have you should sign in to your GitHub, okay. Sign up you can do, or sign in, anything works, okay. You can go with you have to go and do a sign in, okay. These are the three things which is required for you to you have to keep these things ready, okay. So if you don't know and to how to sign in, you require only your email ID, then what else you want, phone number, okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry, email ID and the password, Okay, so these are the things you have to remember. Password is not your email password, something which is new. Let's say if you are creating something new, then how do you go and give your password in the same way, but not the email password. Okay, so you can give that and you will log in into your GitHub page. Okay, so let's start. Let's see how to do it practical. So your, as I said, first step will be git bash. So you have to go with git bash. Okay, here the first option it is showing, right? Or you can go with the second one also. Let's say I want to go with git bash download. So I'll click on that. Then first option will be in this way. Okay, see, you should know the difference between Git and GitHub. Both are not same. There is a slight difference between them. Okay, Git is something which is local. GitHub is something which is remote. Okay, so both are not same. Okay, but these both are like siblings. Okay, they both depend on each other for the work to be done. Okay, so we should know this. So let's start. In your interview, if they ask, do you know Git and GitHub, then you can't tell that I only know Git and I don't know GitHub. And I can't say like you can't say that you don't know GitHub but you know Git. Okay, so the interviewer will be confused, stating like the person knows or don't know. He clearly understands that you don't know the topic, so it's better to tell very clearly that you know both. Okay, because on this both itself you work. Without this, it's not possible, right? So let's start. So you have to download it. So download this. Okay. So when you have an option of these many: Windows, Mac, Linux, and from your source. Okay, build from source. So you have an option. You have to just click on this. Then you have some options like next. That's it. So it takes some minutes to get downloaded. After that, you can also check whether it got downloaded or no. So you get an option like this, Git Bash. Okay, once you click on that, your Git Bash is ready for you. Right? This is something the terminal, like Linux, how we have the same thing here also we have a terminal of Git Bash. Okay, this is all about Git Bash. Okay, which we have completed, right? I told you here, this is the first thing. And second thing what I want is VS Code. Okay, so I know most of them are very much sure what is VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Okay, you can download it and keep it ready. So we have the second or first option, like Windows, Visual Studio Code. Second option, you can see this blue color, right? So you can go here and then you can just click on that, and then you have an option of like Windows. Okay, so you can just go and click on that. So once you download, might be Windows 11, 10 or 11, it get downloaded. Then if this is ready, then your Visual Studio Code is ready. So it's always a good practice that whenever, let's say, if any installation you are doing, it's a good practice that you should restart your laptop. Okay, so it's good practice. It's not compulsion, but there are some application without restart, it's not possible for them to take it. Okay, so the app will not work, I mean to say. Okay, so Visual Studio Code is this, and we will see that in some time. What we are going to do. So I believe like most of them know what is Visual Studio Code. Okay, so yeah, this is one. And the second one is I have already logged in. So you might not get the exact one, but GitHub login you have to do, or sign up. First time when you have to go with sign up rather than login. So you have to just click on GitHub sign up, click on that, and then you have an option, first option, that is sign up for GitHub. So you have to click on that, and as I have already logged in, it will directly lead me to my page which I have been logged in. But here what you have to do is you have to give your own mail ID and the password. Then you can also create your profile here. You can say it, right? Once you see. So don't worry, initially when you create, you don't get all this repository. All this repository already have created, so you can see that. So don't worry that you were not able to see all these things. You might not see any repo, right? Let's say this is your profile page. Okay, so if you are confused, where will you get the repo? First time, if you are a fresher, then you might get little confused, like where is my repo, right? So if you are confused, you can just click on this stating home. So click on that. Okay, then you have an option called your top repositories, right? Here you have an option called new, so you should click on that new. Okay, we'll come back to this again. Okay, and then let's say this is all about repo, and then we will create it. Okay, in just few minutes. You have something called this is your profile. Okay, let's say whatever is your profile, it will show you, and if you want to go and edit this profile, then you can do it. Okay, so you can enter into the profile here. Okay, So this is the picture which I have given. So you can give your own things whichever you want, and then edit profile, and then all this is the username, profile name what I get, and this is the repository which is currently I have on my GitHub, right? So what we will do now, let's go, okay, let's go to home and let's create a new repo for now. Okay, so we'll enter into this and let's do what we have to do, right? So what we will do, as I said, first time when you open it, you will not get any repo, right? So that's fine, okay, because you have not created it, and we will do it now. Okay, so what we can do is you should click on new. Okay, click on new. Okay, so this is our profile name. It's a default, okay, you can't change that. So you can click on this page. Okay, let's say you want to give something unique name, then it will show you the new one. Something which already exists, then it will say it is already available. Okay, let's say we will see GitHub. Okay, then you can see this here, right? It is telling you GitHub is available, right? Means this name is already exist. So if you want to give something new, right, you should give some changes. Okay, let's give, let's say hands-on projects. Okay, hands-on projects, will add some character in between, right? See, I gave hands-on, okay, in between I gave some characters, then I gave projects, right? So at that time what happened, you can see this, your new repository will be created as hands-on project. Okay, so here it is also saying the name only can contain this one letters. So if you give some alphabet or characters, then it is saying it is not possible. So let's not get more confused with that. Okay, let's give normal name. Okay, so if you want to give unique name, then it's up to you. Okay, you can give that. Okay, so there's already hands-on project. Okay, let's say we'll give some other name for better clarification. Okay, GitHub. Okay, hands-on project GitHub. Okay, or you can also give GitHub hands-on, anything, it's up to you. Okay, so it's interesting when you go and do many things, right? Okay, so GitHub hands-on project. Okay, so let's do and description you can give anything. Let's say this is our first project. Okay, so let's say in the real time you have to give the description, like why you're doing, is this a project, new project, old project, or you're contributing something to the project, whatever, you can give the description. Okay, now as we are doing practically, just for a practice, then you can give random names, but when it's a good practice that you ask them what description you have to give, such that the next engineer should understand why you have done. Okay, so let's say we will keep it public only. Let's say whoever don't know and whoever is watching the video first time, you might be confused what is this, right? So again, I'm saying if you are really interested and you want to know more about it, then you can go and watch the second episode. Okay, but yeah, for now, in short, I'll tell you what is public and private. So we have you have your own social medias, right? So you have public account, private accounts, right? Private account is something which is only and only if you accept, the person can see your story or history, whatever it is, right? Whatever you do it, history in the sense your status or something, whatever you do it, all your profile picture he can see, he or she can see, watch that. But the same thing, if it is public, anyone can watch it, even the person is not following you, he can watch. Okay, the same thing here also, what will happen, we have public where everyone can see our repos, right? And the same one, private, where if you are into let's say in real time in the company, we will be using private repo rather than public repo, right? But it's good practice to follow public repo when you're practicing GitHub the very beginning level. So it's good practice, and we whoever it is, if they want to do projects or something where they want to contribute something to the community or many more blah blah things, it's okay if you go with public. Okay, so click on public. Okay, then for now, okay, I have an option called readme. Is it? I have something called as readme file, right? You don't worry, start with template. If you are not, if it is not reflecting for you, it's totally fine. Okay, yeah, so it's totally fine for you if it is not reflecting. If it is reflecting, that's good, because I have already done one of the templates, so that's the reason. And what is template, we will see in our upcoming videos. Okay, so let's say here you want to add your readme file. Readme is something where let's say I'm an engineer, okay, and then let's say I want to give to my next engineer stating what do I do in my project, right? Somebody who, let's say if you're public repo and somebody want to contribute and give, so at that period of time somebody who is reading your project, he must be able to understand what was the input and what was the output, right? So that's the reason you will go with readme file. Okay, so if you keep it off, then you can't write it. Okay, you have to keep it on. For now we will keep it on because we want to upload our project, right? So let's say you want to upload it, right? Then create your repo is created. Okay, so let's say this is done, all done. Okay, and you have your code here. Okay, we have HTTP and we have SSH and we have GitHub CLI. But let's today in this session we will go with HTTPS only. Okay, so let's say this is all set. GitHub is all set to work now. Okay, now what we will do, we will concentrate on the Git, which is our local, right? Because I told you we are doing changes in our local and then we will push that to our project, whatever we are doing it, we will push that to our remote, that is GitHub, right? Till now we have created the repo and then we have kept this ready. But next what we are going to do is how to upload project, right? That's the main concept here, right? So how to upload that we are going to see now. Okay, so before that, as I said, Git bash is installed, right? And your VS Code is also ready, right? So what we will do, VS Code, see example, if I directly go here, so there is no proper things or format where what edition I have done. If I'm doing add, then if I'm going commit, if I'm doing commit, then there is no proper output, right? I can't see everything here in this normal Git bash. But same thing if I go with VS Code, then I can see what is added, what is modified, what is committed, right? So it will be more interesting and understandable if we go with VS Code with plus Git bash rather than direct only on the terminal of Git bash. Okay, so how to do that, right? I do understand when you do initially you might get a little confused, but totally fine, I'll help you out with that. Okay, so what you can do is you can go to your desktop. Okay, then you can create any of your repo. Okay, so let's say I'm going to this, and then what I'll do, I'll just create one more folder. Let's create hands-on. Okay, GitHub hands-on project. Okay, I'll give this and then I'll enter into that folder. Simple, you have to go to your desktop, create a folder for you, which is an easy process in the initial stage when you're learning the GitHub with your GitHub with your Visual Code, right? So it's difficult for you if I tell you, go here and get it and all. So I feel this is an easy step to understand. So I'm helping you out with this information. Okay, so what we will do, you have to come here, click on this. Okay, you should not do backspace or something like that. Just click on this path. Okay, then don't do backspace, nothing else you have to do. What you have to do is just write PowerShell. Okay, PowerShell, you have to do it. Okay, you have to go with PowerShell. Then what you have to do is you have to click on that, then the PowerShell terminal will get opened. Okay, so here what we have to do, you have to just type code space dot. See, if you don't give the correct one, it will not. Okay, so please go with the correct one, code space dot. Okay, then enter. This will lead you to the VS Code page with the particular path you want. Okay, so I believe this is clear for everyone, and whoever don't know first time and you're using the VS Code first time and you're not aware of this, then that's fine. It's very interesting and very easy to learn. So what you have to do is you can close your and then what you have to do is this is the folder which we have created in our desktop, right? So either you can go directly from this new terminal, or you can also go here. You have an option of triangle, right? You can click on that, then your terminal will get open. So you can expand this. Okay, then you have so many output problems. Okay, output we have, debug console we have, terminal we have. So we have to go with terminal. Okay, so let's close this. Okay, when you open this first time, you have PowerShell open, right? So you should click on this. See, if you have so many options, you no need to worry that you are not able to see WSL, JavaScript, or no, there are so many options we have. So don't worry, I have installed this so I can see in my VS Code. Okay, but let's say you have not installed git bash, so you can't see git bash here. So only I told git bash should be installed in your Windows, then only VS Code will be able to fetch that terminal, otherwise it is not possible. Okay, so it will not show. So in case if you have not installed git bash, then please go and install git bash. Okay, and I have told how to install as well. Then you have to click on this git bash option. Exactly how was the terminal, in the same way the terminal will open here. Okay, it is, both platforms are same, there's no confusion, it's not like how you work here, the same thing in VS Code it will open, but here this very minor or major, I say major changes is like you can see so many things. You can see folder option here, you have so many other options to here in VS Code to edit it better and understand and work in a very better way. Okay, fine. So what we will do, first step, okay, I told you few things. Okay, what you have to do as well, right? You have to okay, let's say let's save the file. Okay, like as I said, you right, you want a code and that is your project. Okay, that should be uploaded, right? Before that we should also have a code, right? So let's go with the code. Okay, you have already yeah, so this code I have taken index.html and I have taken styles.css, two folders, two project I have taken. Okay, small script I have taken, which will be given in the description box for you. Okay, so what you can do is you can take this exactly how it is. Okay, and then go here. See, here you have an option for new file and here you have an option called new folder. Okay, so we don't want folder. Okay, we want file. So click on this and then write the file name. So file name is index.html, so you should give the same name, index.html only. Okay, so enter everything in lowercase, not uppercase. Okay, so here you should do, here when it comes here, just put enter button. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, then you should just copy the code what you have given. Okay, copy the code. Okay, copy the code which is like I have, and this code will be given for you in your description box. Okay, this is one. Okay, the other one is I am taking like styles.css, the other code I am taking into. Okay, so I'll take this. Okay, and then I'll go here. Okay, and then I'll say styles dot, okay, sorry, styles.css. Okay, then enter. Okay, so you have to take this both the files. Okay, so one is index.html, other one is styles.css. Okay, so these are the two files which you have to take it. Okay, then what you have to do is, it's good practice that you go and control do yes. Okay, here also you have to do control A and yes. Okay, just save the file. Okay, so this is our project is ready for now. Okay, we have taken two projects now, and then what we have to do is we have to initialize few of the steps. Okay, so first command, when you have, what you have to do is git init you have to do. Okay, okay, see, just see the difference when you do git init. Okay, then only Git will understand what you have done. Okay, git in is something like you are initializing your project. Okay, so it is giving you. Okay, you means untracked. Okay, so Git don't know what changes you did. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to tell to Git that I have did this changes, please save this. Okay, in simple term we call it save, but in Git language it is called as git add. Then we have to go with git commit. Okay, without these two steps it will not save your file or nor it take to the GitHub. Okay, so that is very much important for you to understand. Okay, so how do you do? And one thing you have to know here, when you do here it was main, here it is master, right? There's a small update where you should know, and if you have not seen last 2-3 episodes, then you might get little confused. Okay, so here what does it do? What does it says? Main and master. Okay, first when Git has started, the name they have given as master. Okay, but in latest updates they have given master to main. They have shifted the name from main master to main. So there were some things that they were not okay to tell master name or something. So that's the reason they have changed from master to main, right? So in your interview they will ask what is master and what is main. So don't get confused between these. Tell them the difference, the new feature updated with main rather than master. Okay, that's the only things, but both are same. Okay, now let's say you don't want to go with master, right? You want to change the name from master to main, right? So that time you can say git, okay, branch yum hyphen yum then main, right? The name will change from master to main. Okay, so here the command to change the name, branch name is git branch minus yum then main, means it will change your branch name from master to main. Okay, then what you have to do, okay, then what you can do is git init with. Okay, then for first time, okay, already have configured multiple times, so not required, but still for you to understand it better, so this is important for you to know. Okay, you have to do git configure. Okay, so you can do git config, okay, hyphen global. Okay, then you have to give is user dot name, okay, and then profile name. Let's say what is your profile name, right? You must be able to know that what is a profile name. How do you understand that? So this is your profile name. When you click here, right, when you click here, so this is your profile name, right? This you should give your username. Okay, here and this, then enter. Same thing, but instead of username you have to give your email ID. Okay, email ID you have to give, and then give your email ID, and then what you can do is you can do enter. Okay, so now it will configure, it has configured from user, like it will understand. Okay, my username is this and my profile is this. Okay, so where git will understand. Okay, so let's maximize this. Fine, let's see git remote, okay, hyphen v, right? Nothing is there. Git remote hyphen v, this command says is it your git connected to any of the local any of the repo, sorry, not local, repo. Okay, repo means from where, or a remote. Okay, anything connected to remote, no. So how you do git remote, okay, add origin you have to do. Okay, and then let's go back here to our repo which we have created just now. Just a minute, there are so many projects. Yeah, this is the project, this is our repo, right? So let's say here we have given the hands-on and readme, we have just given GitHub hands-on projects. Okay, let's say I want to, now I said you have to connect your local to your remote. Okay, then what do you do, right? So at that period of time you have to click on this code option, then you have something called HTTP and you have something called SSH and GitHub CLI. So you can go with HTTPS, click on that. Okay, then what you can do is you can give your you can give the URL, then enter. Okay, now same command, just do upper arrow 2 times. Now it is connected, right? And it is showing your local is connected to your remote, and which is your remote, just now the repo which you have created, that is the one, right? So now what we have to do is now we are all set to connect our remote to, we are all set to connect our local to remote. Okay, but still there are steps which we have to perform, right? And how do we do, is it? So here you should know, when you click on this, here it is showing untracked. Okay, what is untracked, right? So untracked is something as I said, git is not able to recognize until and unless you don't go and commit, it will not take it, right? Before commit there is a step I said, add, right? So let's clear the screen to get a better understanding. So let's say git, okay, you can also see the status. Okay, it's good practice to see the status. Okay, to tell and to understand better more information. Okay, so let's say on branch main, no commit yet. Okay, and then untracked files, and it is giving in red color. Okay, this red color will indicate you that there is no changes. Okay, no changes in the sense git still did not take the new changes which you have added. Okay, the code which you have given, right? So at that period of time it is also saying you nothing added to commit but untracked files present. Okay, git add, so it is also suggesting you something that there is something which is untracked. Okay, that's what you can see here, right, which is in green color, right? This option you cannot see, you can see this option but you can't see this you and what is there in the side, that you can't see if you're working with your just a Git bash terminal. Okay, that's the reason I told you we will do in VS Code where you can understand very much better exactly how it works, right? So let's say what, and it is also, as I said you, here it is also giving you the next step what you have to do, right? So you have to do is git, okay, add space dot. See, you can also give the index.html file, or you can also give the styles.css. You can give either of the things, okay. File name, let's say, instead of giving dot, okay, git add, I can give index.html, then I can also give styles.css, okay. But let's say you have done 10, you have added 10 or more than that files, okay. So it's not feasible for you to write everything, right? So that much time you don't have, and you do it and commit, and when you do the process in your project, right? So at that time you will tell git add space dot, where it will take whatever changes happen, everything you just accept and add it, okay. So you have to do then add, okay. One thing you should know, here it is giving you now from U to A it has changed. A means what? Added, okay. And what has added to you it, whatever you did changes, everything got added, right? So here what you have to do, git add, okay, it added, okay. Now again let's see the status. Now from red color to green color it changed, and what it is saying, git status, okay, on branch main no commit yet, okay, changes to be committed, and then it is showing in green color, which is like you did the changes, okay. Now what we will do, we will push this, okay. And how do we do it, right? Sorry, before this you should also perform one more step called as git commit, okay. If you don't do git commit, okay, it will not take it, right? You can't push also. So git commit, okay. Now one more time I just want to tell something. Yeah, so here it is telling you a file to unstage, okay, means your file is in the stage process now. I told you, right, initially let's say git add, then goes with stage, then goes with the git commit. So here the file is in stage process, okay. The next process which you are going to do is add, means you are saving the file, right? Then let's say git, okay, you should do git commit, okay, hyphen yum. So this yum is like message you are giving to your next engineer, okay. Let's say you are debugging, the project is new or something, whatever you are doing changes, you should give a message. It should not be a big summary, like you did what this with big lines, not required. It should be very short. How you write a subject line for your mail, right? Any mail request you send, you go with a subject line in very short, right? You want 3 days leave or whatever is your request, right? The same way you're also, the message should be in a very short and crisp rather than very big and lengthy message, right? So some companies follow it very strictly, that they have to follow these things correctly, okay. They have to follow the message in a proper way. It's not like randomly you give something and leave away, because the next engineer should understand what exactly you have done, okay. So and it is a good practice to manage to maintain this, okay. So you can go here, I will say this is our first project test, okay. So here I have given in the message stating that this is our first, sorry, first spelling I have written wrong. So you have given a git commit, okay, hyphen space hyphen yum. That is a proper command. In the message it's up to you, in the code it's up to you what you write, okay. So for now I have given here, this is our first project test, okay. So what we will do, enter, right? Now see, here it is giving you some information stating git commit, okay, and then it is also giving you root, okay, and there is an ID given for you, okay. This is your first project, okay. This ID is something which will give you an indication, like ID, how we have all student ID. Let's say in 10th standard we have 50 student, and every student has their own ID. It says that this is an identical, and like ID, like that ID will not get repeated. How we have like phone number, like that here also every commit there is an ID, okay. Any changes you do, every time whenever you do commit, there is an ID created, okay. That is what this ID is about. Again, it is actually a 40 numbers actually, and I'll show you that, okay. But initially 7 letters will be reflected, okay. Then what you created 2 things, okay. One is index.html, another one which you have created is styles.css, and these are the 2 files which we did it, right? Yeah. So now you can see it changes from added to your next level, that is your commit. It's clear now. It is everything clear. When you click on this, nothing it will show, not it will show untracked, nor it will show added. Okay, it will show all clear. Everything we are all set. Okay, we are almost near to the next, what we are almost near to our project, how to upload it. So I believe this is clear so far. Okay, so next what we have to do is we can also do git, okay, remote if you want. One more time, you can, it's better practice that you do get the status. It is telling you git status on branch. Okay, nothing to commit. It is telling you nothing to commit. Okay, means what? It is telling you that working tree is clean. Okay, only and only if everything is committed and there is no changes you did and nothing to you need to add, that time you are going to add, you can it will show you this, your working tree is clean. Okay, so let's clear the screen and see git, okay, remote -v. Here it will tell you, it will give you the remote which we have already added here. Okay, then you can also say git, okay. Now we will push, git push, okay, origin, which is our branch, main is our branch, is it? So git push origin main. So you can enter. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, so why it is allowing me this, because fail to push, it is giving me, this is usually happen because some changes happen to my things which my local don't know. So what I'll do, it will not happen to you when you are doing it the first time. Okay, so that's fine. I will allow that. Okay, I'll say allow unrelated histories. So you can avoid this step. Okay, because not have locally, this is usually used by. Okay, I'm so sorry. I have to do same thing, but instead of push, like pull, I have given push. Okay, this is interesting thing to know. Okay, why this happens? Because let's say I have done something, which Git don't know, which local don't know, and I did some changes on my GitHub, right? So that time Git will not understand. Okay, it should be up to date. Okay, and this you have to know. Git pull means what? Okay, let's say there's an engineer who did some changes and uploaded in your GitHub, right? So at that period of time, you next day come and work on that project, right? So at that period of time, you should go, it's a good practice. I have not done good git pull, so it is giving me this error. So it's good practice that you go with pull means whatever changes happen on my repo, right? On repo, that should be that should be reflected on my local, right? So it should be up to date. Okay, it's like refresh. Okay, so I'm giving this git pull origin main. Okay, and then allow unrelated histories. Okay, it's a command for you to check all these things, and now it will work. Okay, then there is a page which will open. Then I can just go and if you know Linux, you know how to quit it. Okay, you have to shift, you should just go with shift escape, then colon button, then enter, then it will be done. Okay, see here it is telling me that there is the things. Okay, it is giving me it is telling enumerated 3 done. Okay, there are some changes which has happened, and there is a new branch also. Okay, and there were some readme file also which was there, and I Git don't know that. Okay, so now everything is updated. Okay, whenever there is something, then you can, if you don't know how to do it, then you can just give git pull. Okay, origin means you're doing everything. Git push means from local to your remote you're doing. Git pull means from your remote to your local you're bringing out. Okay, again this is an interview, important interview question. They'll tell what is the difference between git pull and git push. Okay, vice versa they might ask, and they also say just normal term what is git pull. They also ask separately what is git push. Okay, so you must be able to answer this. Okay, next what we will do, git push, okay, origin, then I'll say main. Okay, now I'm pushing whatever I did changes to my, okay, see, let's say one thing I want to tell. When we have pulled this, when I have pulled this, I got readme.tmd. Okay, but first initially we created only two things, is it? And what are the two things which we created? Index.html and styles.css we added. But once I did this, right, but it is also saying, I did some changes here in this line, that is readme.yml. Okay, and these are the two things they have given. That's what the two changes has been reflected here. Okay, now what we will do, okay, everything all set. Let's see what happened. I did not push yet, but I just want to show you something. Refresh. Okay, there is nothing how it is, the same way it is. Okay, still only readme.md file we can see, but there is no index, and there is no styles file file currently uploaded here. Okay, so we are almost near to our class. So just push. Okay, then it will get uploaded to your remote. Okay, and we will see how. Let's see, 7 done. There are some such changes you did. Okay, it is saying everything is uploaded and it is pushed. And how do we do now? Nothing is there. Okay, let's refresh. Remember, until and unless you don't refresh, there is no output. So you should know this. Okay, readme.md, index.html and styles.css. okay, these are the three things which you have done it, and then you can just click on this and then you can see the code. This is the same code what we have done. Okay, this is how you upload your project to your GitHub, right? The same way, if you want to do some changes, okay, let's say I told you in readme.md, here what you have to do is, here you should write things, and what you will write the things, okay, you have to write the steps. Okay, it's better to write that whatever you have done and what this project will lead to and why you have done this projects. You can also mention your steps. Okay, it's up to you. How do you represent your, it's like completely a presentation. Okay, how do you present your project to your next engineer where he can understand that? Okay, so this is what the readme file does it. Okay, for now I'm not writing anything, but you can write it. It's up to you. Okay, and how do you write? You can click on this. Okay, and then whenever you're free from your project or everything, you can sit and write things. Okay, let's say this is test I'm writing. If you, let's say you have written everything step by step, so many information, you can write it. You can also see a preview how it looks. Okay, you can go here and then just to do commit changes. Okay, and it is also asking you, saying commit directly to the main branch or you want to create a new branch. Okay, so how to create a new branch, okay, that I have also told you in the episode 2. You can go there and just refer it. It will, which is an important interview question. Branching strategy is very much important to know it. Okay, for now in this session I'm not covering that because I have already done that. So commit directly to the main branch, that is the correct one. So you have to click on this commit changes and your things is done, right? So like this you can see and do changes. You're also, let's say your developer says and come and say, no, I want to add some new updates, new features. So that time you can go and update here. Okay, you can edit your file. Okay, like this you can see so many things. And if you want to download this file and you want to give to your next engineer, then you can give this. You can also copy this. Okay, your history, everything you can check it here. What did you do? Okay, this is the committed you did, and that is 9 minutes ago you did. Okay, you can see the users, whoever currently we are the admin, so we can't see the user, but when you are into a real-time project, you have many users there because the users will be added. Okay, what is the date today? It will give you the information. So all this is about your code, right? The same way, you have so many other options also. Branch, you can see branch is something, main branch we did, right? So main branch is the main where we did it. Okay, let's say if you have gone through the previous videos, then you know how to create the different branches also. So you can see which is your active branches. Okay, if you want to write any new branches, you can do it. You can also go and explore few things what is there here. Okay, so like this you can upload your project. Okay, if you want to create a tag, you can go and create the tag. Okay, currently we are into public, so it is showing the public. Okay, so if you want to add, let's say you want to directly upload some files and you want to create a new file, then there's an option for this. You can also do this. Okay, and about your project also, it is here. This is our project. Okay, and readme, you have activity stars. If somebody is watching your project, you can see here it is watching symbol. Okay, you can star also this project. You can also fork your project. Fork is copying your project. Okay, release, you can do you can create a new release from your packages. Okay, and it is, here it is showing 54.4% is HTML, 45.6% is which language I have used, that also I get in. Okay, and if you want to, it will also give me some suggestions stating which one I want. Okay, I want SL, SA generic, I want some suggestion. It is up to you. You can also go and see many workflows if you want to go and explore. Okay, this is a GitHub action where we will study in our next upcoming session. Okay, so which will be very interesting for you to know about it. And this is what it will give you a complete description about your project, and this is how the GitHub project looks like. Okay, and let's say example, if you want to delete your project, okay, I will not delete this repo. Let's say I will go with any other repo and then try to delete that. Okay, so let's say if you want to delete your repo, means your project, okay, you can go. Two things you should remember here: only and only the admin will have this option to go, and settings option will have. If you are into let's say in a real time, if you are user in the admin in the GitHub page, then you get a settings option. Okay, settings says what here? Okay, settings is something only available for admin, okay, not the normal user. Okay, so in that way, okay, if you click here, right, you should completely scroll down. Okay, and then you have an option called delete this repository. Okay, you have another options also, change visibility. It is asking you disable branch protection rules, transfer, archive this repository, and delete this repositories, right? So you have, and it is also giving you in red color stating it's a danger zone, you really want it or no. Okay, let's say I'm saying here I want to delete this. Okay, it is asking me a double confirmation. It will ask a double confirmation. Okay, DevOps class code test. Okay, here it is saying, okay, no one has started, no one has watched, so I just want to delete this. Again, I have read and understood. It is giving me another confirmation stating you really want to delete this. Okay, is a question. Okay, so I'll just go here. Okay, here it is also asking me a confirmation stating you really want. Okay, so it is asking almost 2 to 3 times of confirmation stating like you want to delete or no, because repo is that important for in a company to say. So it is asking you double triple confirmation that you really want to do. Okay, you don't have one click to delete it. Okay, so you have to completely give this name, click on this. Okay, then you have an option called delete. Okay, here it is asking you mail confirmation, because by first time it will just ask the password, but it is asking me mail confirmation now because I have almost deleted many. So that is the reason it is asking me, are you really like okay to delete this? So it is asking me a password. Then I'll go here, then I'll just delete that. Okay, I have to verify this such that it will be deleted. Okay, so if you go and check it, right, so you don't have the test code option, you will not have, right, it will be deleted. So in this way you can delete your project and you can see things. Okay, remember particular repo here you have to go and delete. Okay, but let's say this is all settings about your system. Okay, this is your profile settings. You should not get confused between two settings. One is repo settings. With respect to repo, any settings you want to do, you can go and do. And if you want to do profile settings, right, so you can do here, right, it's up to you. So you should not get confused between this settings and the repo settings. Okay, both are different. And repo setting, you have an option only and only if you have the admin permission. Normal users cannot do that. Okay, because that is not safe. That's the reason only admin can do it, and you have an option for that. Okay, so as I said, you first time if you are getting confused, you should click on that and you get your repo's name and everything will be given for you. Okay, let's say I have this called GitHub page. There are so many repos. So yeah, so you can click on this and you can do. So I hope you have understood what it is. Okay, so you can just go through this the things. Okay, and the details will be given for you in the project, so you can get it. And here it is also showing you how many commits you have done. Okay, it is giving you the ID also. 5 minutes ago 4 commits. It is also giving you 5 minutes ago. I know this had both happened 14 minutes ago. Okay, these are the things. And you also want to do some changes, then you can go and do it. Okay, if you want to create or you want to rename this, you can do that as well. So it is in main, that also option you have. So everything is related to this project, you can reflect here. Okay, every single thing which is related to this projects, you can see it here. You have so many options. We can see all these options because we are an admin. Okay, if you are not an admin, then we can't see it. Okay, so that information you can see. And if you want to cancel, you don't want to do any things, okay, there is something called indent mode, you have space mode, okay, you have two also, you have, you know, soft, no wrap, okay, line mode, you have different things, so you can go and explore it. Here it is also asking you, you know, control shift plus yum, what you get, okay, tutorial, and to, you know, go with the tab key, escape key, so you have all the options here to go and check it out. Okay, so in this way you can do changes. Okay, see, always remember, project is not limited to once you upload and you will leave. They are daily, you know, I can say weekly wise, monthly wise, again based on the sprint wise how they do it and uploads and all. So you must be knowing that how to edit it, and you must be able to know how to do it. Whenever you do any changes, make sure you do you know, you do the changes, you have to go with add commit, then commit, okay, add then commit, okay, then push to your main branch. Okay, let's say they are engineers who want to do it in the local, okay, and then they want to do it the same thing, they want to push to the remote, right? So no matter 10 engineers are doing different changes, everything, you know, admin can see that the real changes which is happening on your GitHub profile. So that's what the GitHub is like, where whatever other changes are doing, everything should be recorded and it should be given, right? So in this way you can upload your project and you can see your project and understand exactly how it works. Okay, so I hope you really understood what I have said, and if you have any doubts, you can you know, comment, you can comment as that I will be responding to that. Okay, thank you. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked it. Please share and subscribe. See you soon in the next video.